A lot of you guys have been asking me for a tutorial about this. I made a YouTube shorts earlier this month talking about how to make a coloring book with Midjourney that can sell on Etsy. And let's just say the response was crazy. And I'm not just saying this, a bunch of you guys really made it clear that you wanted to see how it's done. And by the way, the listing that I showed on the YouTube shorts video was able to make $2 million doing this. A bunch of people have actually been doing this and literally printing money out of thin air. And it's actually pretty simple to do. So here's a full video going over how to start an AI commerce business selling coloring books on Etsy. And we're going to go over everything from Midjourney prompting to selling the product on Etsy, so be sure to watch until the end. And of course, be sure to subscribe so you can be first to learn more AI commerce strategies like this. Okay, let me show you how it's done. The first thing we need to do is to find a niche for our coloring book. The best free tool to find good ideas is eRank. And we're going to do that. We're going to use eRank to find a niche that has a good monthly search volume and that has a competition that is not too harsh. For this video, I'm going to be using cows. After searching the keyword cow on eRank, I see suggested keywords such as cow print. We'll use the keyword cow print to get a better idea of what we want to rank for, since we are selling coloring books. Now, here are some great keywords that I found. There's cow print, there's cow spots SVG. SVG just means scaled vector graphics. So now that we have some low competition keywords with high volume searches, and that's going to validate the niche for us. Remember, it's important to validate the niche to confirm that this is something that people will actually buy. Now it's time to make our Midjourney prompts. And to make them effectively, we're going to be using ChatGPT. So here we want to tell ChatGPT to give us 50 cow breeds since our niche will be cows. But obviously you can do any animal. Now that we have 50 breeds, we can start generating images with Midjourney. Here's the Midjourney prompt template that you're going to need. So we're going to write coloring book for adults, mandala, and then you're going to insert your animal type. There's a white background, clean line art, fine line art, and then you're going to put the aspect ratio. So the prompt mentions that we want a coloring book for adults. And in a mandala design, we want to insert the animal design. Then the background of the book is going to be white, clean line art style. That's what we want to go for. And the AR stands for aspect ratio. So 2:3 just stands for 2:3. So I left a copy of this prompt in the description. So just copy paste it into Midjourney and plug in your animal type. So you just need to enter the niche that you chose into the prompt. It's going to look something like this. Now we can go enter this into Midjourney. As you can see, it worked. Now we can start generating multiple cow breeds. So I just use the same prompt template and just replace the word cow image with the breed that I have. Now see, it works fine, but we want to optimize everything. So we want to go on ChatGPT and make a better prompt. So write the following into ChatGPT. Tell it, now write me a prompt for an image generator to make a coloring book out of these cow breeds. The coloring pages should be in the style of a mandala with a white background. Okay, there's going to be clean line art and shapes on the cow's head to color in. The output should be a prompt that is ready for me to copy paste into an image generator. Okay, so that's going to be very important for Midjourney. It's going to have given us an output like this. So there's background, white, subject, cow head, style mandala, and then it just goes on. And now that we have this better prompt, we just need to replace the subject line with the cow breeds generated from before. Here we want to make sure to have the specific prompt that is going to give you a uniform result in order to have similar pages for all the pages in the book. So if one design has a mandala circle around the cow, make sure to have the same design shown across the whole book. Okay, so now repeat this process 20 to 50 times for all the different breeds that you have for your book. And once that's done, you can piece together your coloring book on Canva. So let's go on Canva, and on Canva, you want to resize the dimensions to make sure that the dimensions are 2:3, which is 720 by 1080 pixels to match the pictures that we got from Midjourney. Now you can upload to Canva all of your designs. You should now have a bunch of pages, and now what you want to do is download all of the pages from Canva as a PDF, and we're almost ready to sell. This is the fun part. A bunch of people think that this is the hardest part, but it's actually the easiest and the most fun. We're going to make a top ranking listing that's going to convert really well on Etsy. And the first thing we need to do is making a thumbnail, or you can call it a listing image. To make a good listing image, find similar listings on Etsy for coloring books. For the best result, find the bestseller badge on a listing. Then take inspiration from that listing and make it your own on Canva using the designs you made. So we're going to take inspiration from a bestseller because we know that they have a good conversion rate and that they are seeing good results. Remember, first impressions are very important, so listing images are crucial to see good results. Listen, if people don't click on your listing, then you won't have any sales, no matter how good your designs actually are. Okay, now that the book and the listing images are completed, the next thing you want to do is go sign up for the Etsy account seller and create a listing for your coloring book. So I'm already signed up, I can skip that step. And to make a new listing, click the add new listing button. Then where it says add a photo, you want to drag the listing images that you made in Canva to add them to the listing. And now where it says primary image, that's the image that buyers will immediately see when coming across your listing. And now there's also a preview of how the thumbnail will look like, and you can press the adjust thumbnail button to crop to your liking. And now for the title, it's important that we use good SEO keywords. And like we did with the listing images, we can also take good SEO keywords from competitor listings or even by using eRank again. Remember, it's really important to use keywords that have low competition and a high search volume. Now, Etsy is going to ask you a couple of questions to know exactly what you're selling. First thing is who made the product. Select I did because we made this. Next, select finished product because this is a finished product and people can just buy it right away. Then it's asking us when was this made, and here I'm just going to select it was made between 2020 and 2023. After that, it's asking us for categories. Here just give a 2 to 3 word description and it's going to find the category for you. For example, you can just type in coloring book and then you're going to see the drop down. Just select the category that fits best your product. And by the way, do not choose physical book category. A lot of people get in trouble with Etsy because of that. If Etsy thinks you're selling a physical book but you're not giving a physical book to your customers, it's going to be a mess. Now next, for the attributes section, there's this section here about the primary and secondary colors. That's completely optional. If you want to do it, it's just a plus. It's basically a feature on Etsy for people that are shopping by colors. Now for subject, in this example, I'm going to select animal, animal cartoon, and abstract. You want to choose 3 subjects that best describe your coloring book. All right, we're almost done. For the rooms section, just pick kids and nursery. This will basically act as an additional tag. You can skip all the other boxes. Now, once you get to the renewal options, here you want to make sure to keep the listing on the automatic renewal so sales are automated without issue and that your listing is going to be automatically renewed when it sells out. The important part here is this is where it's going to ask you if this is a physical or a digital product. So obviously here we want to select digital. For description, you can use ChatGPT to write a good listing description. So for this, tell ChatGPT about your coloring book being an Etsy listing, and make sure to mention a section on what is included in the purchase of your coloring book, such as instructions and all that kind of stuff. So you can skip all the other options here except section and tags. So for section, you want to select the most accurate theme of your listing. And for tags, you want to take the most commonly used tags for other listings. You can grab these using Everbee or just by scrolling to the bottom of any other listing, and under where it says explore related searches, you can see tag names under each circle. So just copy those and paste them into your tags box of the listing. Now for price, you want to always price your product slightly lower than your competition. So if everyone's selling for $4, you can sell for $3. Now for the quantity, put it at 2 in stock, as this will create scarcity and tell your buyers that it is about to sell out. So this is going to help with making your first sale. Now at the bottom of the edit listing page, you're going to see digital files section. This is where you're going to upload your product. Listen closely because this part is very important. You need to upload the PDF book file into a Google Drive, which will then be shared on a Google Doc the customers will receive after purchasing as an instruction file. From there, they can access the Google Drive with the coloring book inside. So what you're going to do is upload the listing to Google Doc as a PDF. And now to get attention to your new coloring book listing, I recommend starting with Etsy ads at $5 a day. And the goal here is to have your ads off after a week of running ads, because if you did everything correctly using low competition keywords, you should then be able to organically be ranked to continue get sales for 100% profit. So that's how you can start selling a digital coloring book on Etsy and make crazy high profit margins. If you want to be like that top seller that I mentioned in that YouTube Shorts video that generated over $2 million just from a digital coloring book, I have a super in-depth training going over how to build a passive AI commerce business that makes $3,000 to $5,000 a month. And if you want to check that out, I left a link at the top of the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watch until the end, be sure to subscribe because I drop a video like this every single week.